Hi guys, today's video is definitely a departure from my usual fare, and I hope it's not too scattered. If you came here expecting a true crime story, don't worry, another compelling homicide is on the way, and you can click my playlist link in the description box below. I've got serial killers, solved and unsolved cases, and even a few demons to entertain you. I decided to make this video even though I'm not a tutorial content creator. There are lots of those on YouTube, and they have the expertise to teach you how to start, grow, market, and monetize a YouTube channel. Some of my favorites are Ed from Film Booth, Nate from Channel Makers, and Nick Nimmin. Besides, I'm a pretty private person. Why would I want to call attention to the modest views on my videos? That's like inviting someone to peek inside your medicine cabinet. Who does that? The reason is I am confident that if I implement what I've learned so far, these numbers will grow to more impressive showings with time. Watch the early videos created by YouTube's brightest tutors, and you'll hear both the frustrations and optimism of budding YouTubers who push through the tough times and now enjoy success and prosperity. My analytics bear out that I am new to the YouTube game, and that's okay. I still have a few nuggets of wisdom that might help someone else who may be discouraged and ready to give up. I've totally been there. Despite all the videos related to YouTube success, I couldn't find any that were specific to my niche of true crime. Obviously, many rules are the same. Make quality videos, upload consistently, and be patient. But there are differences too. I'm going to first touch on just a few of these decisions a creator of true crime videos needs to make regarding their channel. Then I'm going to offer 8 tips that can be implemented to grow any type of channel on YouTube. Currently, I am about 5 months in with Scary Clary, and this is my 25th video. In the YouTube world, that is not a lot. I am still what is called a new or baby channel. For reference, I started Scary Clary in July 2021. But prior to that date, I had a YouTube channel called Clary Cotter that featured 8 or 9 sitcom clips I compiled for a friend's birthday. I uploaded the videos in fall 2015 and forgot about them. 3 months later, I was shocked to see I had a few dozen subscribers and viewer comments. Over time, I would check back and many of my videos had over 30,000 views. A few had close to 70,000. Cut to summer 2021. I changed my name to Scary Clary with the intention of uploading true crime stories, handbag reviews, and sitcom clips. However, it became clear to me pretty quickly that I was confusing the YouTube algorithm. I had mistakenly thought that I would have the same demographic for all my videos. I was wrong. My true crime viewers were not interested in the 1970s comedy soap or what's in my bag videos. And I was surprised to learn from my YouTube data that I had a lot of male viewers, far more than I had expected. And YouTube didn't know who my audience was, so my growth was very slow. I had to clean up my channel and commit to my primary niche of true crime. That meant deleting all the other videos and starting from scratch. It was painful. So why am I telling you this? Because it is relevant to this video. Currently, I have nowhere near 30,000 views on my new channel, and it's frustrating. I had a 6-year-old channel that I didn't give more than an hour's thought to, and I already met some of the requirements for monetization. But that wasn't really true either. Because my entertainment channel featured clips that were copyrighted, I couldn't legally use them toward monetizing Scary Clary. You can see my frustration, right? I give 100% to my Scary Clary channel, tending and tilling it like a prized rose garden. But it hasn't gotten a big push from YouTube yet or caught fire like my old channel, despite my passion and hours of study. So while I wait for YouTube to recognize my value, I decided the new year was a good time to share a few tips that might help someone else. Now let's get into that. Assuming you've decided to create a YouTube channel devoted to true crime and you've chosen your channel name, you will also have to decide whether or not to appear on screen, like Bailey Sarian, for example. In case you don't know her videos, Bailey is an evil genius. She successfully combined her makeup tutorials with true crime a few years back. Now she appears on screen throughout her crime story videos while applying dramatic makeup looks. Lots of YouTubers have tried to copy her formula, but she is the queen. I opted to remain off-screen as I narrated my stories, more like the mysterious Mr. Nightmare who mixes fiction and nonfiction in a very spooky style. You can always change it up if you decide to. I tried to stay off camera during my What's in My Bag videos, but somehow I always managed to get my face in the frame anyway. And what about music? Do you want some sort of haunting music to play throughout your narration? Watch a few of your favorite channels and see what you prefer. How about the length of the video? Some true crime stories lend themselves to a short runtime, but other complex cases may need to be much longer. I have played around with video length and decided 15 to 18 minutes works perfectly for me as both a creator and a viewer. You may have a different preference. That's okay. You will likely have images on the screen while you chronicle your story. Again, take a look at what you prefer as a viewer. Then decide whether you want lots of images or just a few resting shots of your victim, the perpetrator, or other key players in the case. A critical element is your thumbnail. Like your title, this is crucial to your success in getting views. I have learned that I need to create a draft thumbnail first, even before I write my script. It serves as my jumping off point and propels me into the story. But what should your thumbnails look like? True crime thumbnails do sometimes feature what I call, quote, the Dickens Caroller O-face. It's a popular style on YouTube, conveying a particular emotion and thus enticing a viewer to click. Sorry, that's not scary to me, and I rarely click on those, but no one was sharing thumbnail alternatives. I find that a few compelling images, 2 to 3, plus no more than 4 words of text works for me. Also, adding a bright color makes your thumbnail stand out from the rest. Next, copyright is a very complex issue, and you don't want to get what I call a copyright ding on your channel. I have a background in law, so I'm extra careful about the images and music I use. I also start each video with the Fair Use Doctrine. It provides some protection for content creators who make videos that educate or inform. Lastly, if you're going to recount crime stories that may be deemed gory or offensive, you may wish to insert a viewer discretion disclaimer at the start of your video. I personally avoid stories that are overtly gory or feature themes involving the abuse of children or animals. I want to scare, but not scar. However, you'll find there are lots of viewers who want to know it all, so it helps to be mindful of your audience. Now, this is just an overview contrasting true crime content with other popular niches like gaming, blogs, how-tos, lifestyle, and budgeting. For now, let's just jump into my 8 key tips that can be applied to nearly any channel on YouTube. Number 1, just start. You've probably been dreaming of starting a YouTube channel for a while. Maybe you want to do it because it looks like fun. Want to know a little secret? It is. Or maybe you obsessively Google MrBallen net worth 4 times a week and dream of quitting your day job and moving to the beach. So, why haven't you done it? Probably fear. I watched videos on YouTube for years, usually during my lunch break from my mundane corporate job, and I mistakenly thought you had to look like a model or influencer to be successful on the platform. I was wrong. There is room for everybody on YouTube. Even with the millions of videos being promoted daily, there is still room for you and me. So take a deep breath and just do it. Number 2, don't rush into purchasing lots of pricey equipment or subscriptions. Chances are you won't need them. You can generally film quality videos with a current cell phone, so you don't have to rush out and buy an expensive camera. I have plans to update my microphone, but for now I'm keeping things simple. I got duped into subscribing to something I didn't need at all. It appeared to be a tool I would need for video editing, but it was exclusively designed for gamers. Live and learn. Number 3, if a task in the process of creating videos makes you want to shoot up the town or at the very least quit YouTube, contract it out. I learned early on that I hate editing. It's creative, so I thought I would love it, but I don't. It's excruciating and tedious to me. A total deal breaker. So before I quit and folded my Scary Clary channel, I went out and found a few talented, affordable editors. Look on Fiverr. There are lots of them. You can also find narrators, scriptwriters, graphic artists, and marketing specialists there. My editor lives halfway around the world, and our schedule works pretty well. I write and record while he's asleep, and he edits when it's nighttime for me. We have a few key hours where we're both awake, which works for hammering out any kinks in the process of taking a video from inception to published. Number 4, have realistic expectations. Whether you're Scary Clary, Bailey Sarian, or MrBallen, we all start at 0. That's 0 videos and 0 subscribers. Current requirements for monetizing your YouTube channel are 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. That didn't sound like much to me at all, given the surprising growth of my old channel that I so rudely ignored. Because I had earlier garnered subscribers without even trying, I was sure that meeting the current requirement would be a breeze, and I had way more than 4,000 hours of watch time with the soap clips. But again, those viewers were not true crime fans, so most of them were one and done. They'd watch a sitcom video or two, then when they saw there were no new uploads, they moved on. When I deleted all the old videos and started over, I saw pretty quick results in my analytics. The following month, YouTube featured more of my videos on Browse, which is the homepage. I'm still waiting for them to boost my suggested stats, but I'll need more uploads, at least a dozen, according to the veterans who make these tutorials. So don't pull your hair out when you're 7 videos in and you only have 13 subs. It took 5.5 years for my old neglected channel to hit the healthy data points. Even with constant attention, it doesn't happen overnight. Number 5. Don't plot devious ways to torture your loved ones for not watching your videos. This one is big. I naively thought that I could get monetized fast. I figured I could probably get 50% of my Facebook friends and maybe a few of their true crime loving friends to subscribe to my new channel. After all, I'd spent many years and boatloads of cash subscribing to their various school fundraisers. I probably funded band camp for at least 6 or 7 kids, having bought band hoagies, cookies, chocolates, and car washes to help out a friend or coworker. Subscribing to a YouTube channel doesn't cost a thing. You click a red button. It's free, and no one will ever bother you about it again. But according to my experience and that of many veteran YouTubers, most friends and family members don't watch or subscribe. Seriously? How could they not be as excited as you are over your promising new venture? Surely they must hate you. Come on, be realistic. It's more likely that true crime just isn't their thing. Most of my relatives, and certainly my husband's family, are far more Hallmark than Helter Skelter. If a friend or coworker wanted me to subscribe to their channel devoted to pet ferrets or show tunes, I might subscribe, but I wouldn't likely watch. It's not my thing, and that's okay. If you produce quality videos consistently, your peeps will eventually find you. And as for the band camp trips, I participated in those fundraisers with a genuine desire to help. So I shouldn't expect any reciprocity. It's not a quid pro quo thing. Number 6, look at your analytics, but don't obsess. Okay, I suck at this one, so you could probably call me a hypocrite and be totally justified. I check my analytics multiple times a day. It has led to many glasses of wine and even more sleepless nights. Realistically, though, I don't know what I don't know. It's too early in the game for me to obsess over the data YouTube updates hourly. I can't even tell you how depressed I can get when I see that someone has unsubscribed. It can consume you and drive you crazy if you let it. And nobody needs more of that. So pull up your page 2 to 3 times a day just to see how your videos are doing or to answer a comment. Then put your cell phone away and keep it moving. Number 7, do change it up. When you see that your views and clicks seem to have stagnated, change something. Update your thumbnail, add a red border. That actually helps to garner more clicks from true crime viewers. Check your videos standing in Google search. I generally rank pretty well in search, but that changes constantly too. One minute my killer's name brings up my thumbnail in the first spot. The next day, it's not in the top 20. So I change my title. Updating your thumbnails and titles generally gets things moving forward again. And finally, number 8, don't compare your beginning to someone else's middle. This is the most important piece of advice I can impart to a new YouTuber. Unfortunately, I can't recall which YouTube content creator imparted it to me, but it is the most important thing by far. If you happen to know who said it first in a collab video from last year, please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to give that guy a shout out in the description box. I am constantly stumbling upon ways to discourage myself when I see that another true crime YouTuber has 14,000 views in their first hour since upload. I generally get double digits and a very deflated mood. But I am fortunate to have a very solid support system. My husband isn't interested in true crime at all, but he believes my channel will be successful and he won't let me quit. He reminds me that every new business takes time to grow, develop, and prosper. Of course he's right, and very logical. Occasionally, when I'm buried in gory photos and overwhelming source materials, I'll read him the script before I record it. He can tell me as a casual listener if it's compelling, a little too long, or just plain boring. He's infuriatingly honest too. He won't click the like button to a video that really didn't grab him. I also have a best friend who is a professional writer. He's the one I uploaded the soap videos for. So his insights offer a different kind of value. He's an expert on pacing and crafting a tight, riveting story, and he encourages my humor. It's tricky inserting humor into some of these sad personal stories, but they do get pretty heavy sometimes, so a little poke at the killer's expense can be refreshing. Anyway, knowing I have a few supportive people willing to help me get to the meat of the story is kind of like having a safety net. Be sure to surround yourself with those types of people. And I think that's it for today. I hope you got some value from this video. I'm not likely to upload this sort of content going forward. I think I'll stick with the serial killers. But I am more than happy to answer questions if it will help someone else. So holler to me in the comments if you need to commune with another newbie. I'm happy to be your cheerleader. Until next time, be well. Scary Clary out.